iPhone 7 Plus versus Samsung Galaxy Note 8 speed test. That video is coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 7 Plus versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 speed test. Now I do got these two in cases because these are pretty premium phones and I'd be slamming them on the table here, so I don't want to scratch them up here in this video. But you can see both dual camera phones here. Both are the best of the best from Apple and Samsung. Well, at least until next Friday with the 8 Plus, which we will have here on the channel. Let's go ahead and boot these up in 3, 2, 1. And let's see which one gets to the home screen first. Now I gotta tell you right now, the Galaxy Note 8 is my current main smartphone. It has overtaken my iPhone 7 Plus. It's just a better phone for me. This might be different for you, but I think this is a superior phone to the iPhone 7 Plus. But we'll have to see if that remains the case with the 8 Plus. But here it goes, Samsung is lighting up, but is Apple gonna win this? No, Samsung wins it here on the boot up test. Okay guys, so you've seen that the Note 8 clearly won the boot up test here. The Note 8 is rocking a Snapdragon 835 CPU with 6 gigabytes of RAM and Android 7.1.1 Nougat. Now over here on the 7 Plus, we do have the A10 Fusion chip here with a 3 gigabyte of RAM configuration, and this also has iOS 11, the Gold Master Release Edition here on the 7 Plus. Basically official, so this is definitely a fair test because that's what your iPhone's gonna have and come next Tuesday. So I want to go ahead and begin with the fingerprint scanner. Now the iPhone 7 Plus actually does not work without actually pressing the button, so I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the screens like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this fingerprint test. So you can see the Note 8 is faster than the 7 Plus, and 1x animations on the Note 8. I didn't tweak the animations at all to make this, uneven towards the Note 8. Let's see this again. You see the Note 8 faster again, and the Note 8 has facial recognition as well as iris scanning, so it's definitely ahead of the iPhone 7 Plus when it comes to how you can unlock your phone, but definitely faster there for the Note 8 on the fingerprint scanner. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and close out all of the applications here, make sure everything is closed out first. But in terms of just the general user interface, I'm gonna go on record and say the Note 8 actually feels a little bit more buttery smooth than the 7 Plus on its home screens. Your finger just rolls off the edges. It's just a really nice feel on the edges of the Note 8. So it feels a little bit smoother even on the home screens, in my opinion, on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now bringing down notifications, you could see no issues there at all. Both are very smooth and just generally operating these phones. This is not Android of 2012. These things are rockets in that regard. Let's go ahead and open up the camera first, just because I think people use the camera more than almost any app. And you can see the Note 8 slightly faster than the iPhone 7 when it comes to the camera. So let's do that one more time and let's go. And you can see camera definitely faster for the Note 7. Now let's go ahead and begin the speed test. I'm gonna use the S Pen in typical Note fashion to open up these applications because it's more precise than a finger. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the applications up now and see which one is quicker. I'm gonna use the S Pen to open up the Note applications. I'm gonna use my finger to open up the 7 Plus. Let's go ahead and get into the calendar now. In 3, 2, let's go. And you can see the Note 8 is faster to open the calendar. Coming home, the Note 8 actually goes home quicker too, and this is on 1x animations. Let's go ahead and go into the clock, and you can see the clock was slightly faster on the Note again. Going into the calculator, you can see the Note again slightly faster. Coming home, let's go ahead and go into settings. And you can see the Note once again slightly faster. Let's come home here. Let's go ahead and go into the phone dialers. And you can see the Note again. So the Note 8 has won every test so far on this speed test. So you can see again, opening the camera up again, it was already open. The Note 8 wins. Let's go ahead and go into weather now on both devices. And I do have the weather widget right here for the Samsung one. And you can see that one I'm giving to the iPhone. I'm not gonna say the Note one there. It lost on the weather application. iPhone has one of the best weather applications in the business. Let's go ahead and go in the App Store in the Play Store. And you can see the Play Store ahead of the App Store here on iOS 11. Let's go ahead and go into Instagram. And you can see Instagram easily a win there for the Note 8. Getting into Twitter. And iOS apps still need to be updated for iOS 11, but still the 7 Plus is on Gold Master now, so there should be no excuses. Let's get into Snapchat. You can see Snapchat opens first for the Note 8 coming home. Let's go ahead and go into YouTube on both devices. And you can see another win for the Note 8. So the iPhone 7 Plus only's got one win so far over the Note 8, and that is actually the weather app. So let's go ahead and go into WhatsApp. You see WhatsApp's first there for the Note 8, and we're getting all these pop-ups here on the 7 Plus, but that's besides the point. Getting into Amazon, you can see that the Amazon is first. So maybe a stylus is actually faster than a finger touch. Let's go into real boxing, and you can see the iPhone ahead. Looks like the iPhone might still lead here. Yes, so the iPhone wins in the gaming round, but only slightly. The Note 8 is one of the best performing Android phones ever on gaming. So coming home, so let's go ahead and get in the Jetpack Joyride on both devices, and you can see it looks like the iPhone 7 Plus is racing to the finish line, and there is the Note. Now you still do get that nice portrait mode here, or this like landscape mode here for the iPhone 7 Plus. You still don't get that on the Note 8 unless you go ahead and download something like Nova Launcher, but it's still available on Samsung's device. You just have to use a third-party app. So Geekbench looked to be first there for the Note 8. Now I'm gonna put the pen away for the multitasking round and just use my finger to go back through the apps to check out the RAM management. Okay, so let's quickly run back through the applications to see how the RAM management is on the Note 8. Going in the calendar, you see about the same. I'm gonna call that a win again to the Note 8. Going in the clock, that's another win for the Note 8. Going in the calculator, that might have been the iPhone 7 Plus. Going in the settings, that looked about the same. What about the phone? Slightly to the 7 Plus. What about camera? I'm gonna say the Note 8 on that one. What about weather now? So let's go into weather. And you see the Note 8 had to reload weather slightly, so still a little bit to the 7 Plus there. Play Store, App Store, dead even on Play Store, App Store. Instagram, I'm calling that one the Note 8. What about Twitter? So Twitter slightly to the 7 Plus. I mean, this is about even, to be honest with you guys. Snapchat about the same, maybe a little bit quicker animation on the 7 Plus, but you got to remember that Apple's apps don't actually stay running in the background. They have a little screenshot that makes it look faster. So going into YouTube, that's a win to the Note 8, and you can see right here the RAM management for the Note 8 is solid. What about Amazon? Definitely good there for the Note 8. Going into gaming, hands down, the iPhone 7 Plus slightly winning here in gaming. So GPU optimization of games is still on the iPhone, but it's so slight. I mean, if you get a Note 8, you're gonna love your gaming experience. They're even almost in gaming. I mean, that millisecond is not gonna make a difference in day-to-day gaming performance. Going into Jetpack Joyride, you can see slightly to the iPhone 7 Plus. So really, there's only one area where the 7 Plus won this entire test, and that is the gaming round and maybe a couple apps here and there on the RAM management. Let's go ahead and run a Geekbench here now and see what it gets on the technical scores. I don't really think these matter when it comes to, day-to-day performance, but we can check them out anyway because I know a lot of people like to see these scores. Okay guys, so here are the final scores. We have a 3531 on the iPhone for single and an 1876. So the iPhone just crushing the Note in the single core score, but like I say, in day-to-day, this doesn't really matter. I don't see any difference in speed when it comes to single core on either of these phones, even though this score is indicating that. You've seen that the Note 8 was beating the iPhone 7 Plus on what you would think is single core stuff, just opening applications and stuff. And then when it comes to RAM management, the Note 8 actually has a higher score in the multi-core at 6294 versus a 5969 in the Geekbench over here on the 7 Plus. These scores don't really matter too much to me though. I think that what matters more is experience, and these have a very different audience, even though they're very similar looking phones here on camera. They're both very large phones, but I think the Note 8 appeals more to people who care about productivity in their life. They care about drawing, they're artistic, they're creative. A lot of entrepreneurs probably would love the Note 8. It's got a very business-like square design. I'm digging it. It's my main phone driver right now. And the iPhone 7 Plus appeals to more of a larger audience who just wants an iPhone with a large screen. Now, I know everybody in the comments already, when the 8 Plus comes, do it again. It's gonna crush that Note 8. It might do so in the Geekbench scores. I don't think it's gonna crush it in just application speed, RAM management, gaming, stuff like that. We'll have to see though. But the deal here, guys, is that we're all winning here in 2017. This competition is making the consumer get the better smartphone for them. The smartphones now are amazing, and I'm gonna do a should you buy the iPhone 7 Plus versus the Note 8. This was just a speed test. So if you enjoyed this one, click the like button for me. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We got more comparisons coming to the Note 8, and the iPhone 8 Plus arrives to the channel next week. Have a great day wherever you are. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.